Hey guys, City47 here, and today we're going to be attempting an Ark Survival Evolved challenge. The challenge is it possible to beat Ark without crafting inside your player inventory? Thought about it long and hard, but it didn't seem possible the more I thought about it. The only way to find out is giving it a try. If you guys enjoy this, hit that like button down below and leave a comment of Unseen. If you want more content similar or new like this one, hit that subscribe button. Now, let's get started. First thing I chose to do was gather resources. Now thinking about it, I didn't really have meaning for them, because I couldn't craft with it anyways. Since I was such a low level, everything was only craftable in my inventory. The idea of getting pre-crafted items came to mind. I began to look to the skies for drop. I then spotted a white drop, and it gave me cloth armor. Ha, what a big find, so I thought. I ran into the artifact cave near spawn, thinking I could get pre-crafted tools, but when I ran through it to get the first drop, I found it was a level 25 loot cave drop. I had to figure out a way to level up without any crafting tactics. I went to go harvest more to gain said levels. I soon got chased down by Trudons and died a few times. I hit level 16 with most of my points in weight and movement speed. I found a horse and I thought that's a creature I can tame without making a saddle for. Sadly, with my luck, I disconnected from the server and lost my first horse. I tried again, but that was soon to be interrupted by a raptor. This challenge was not working in my favor at all. Oh, and don't forget, I died by a level 40 Karna. 38 minutes in, I found myself a Fiomia saddle. I know, OP. I swear I didn't spawn in it. I died of fall damage because I was too impatient. I also found another white drop, and it gave me some basic tools. A spear, stone hatchet, and a torch. To be honest, I never thought I would be so happy to see primitive tools. I thought I was so overpowered, I challenged a 110 scorpion. Moral of the story, I got my cheeks clapped. A lot at that. I ended up dying to a trike too, because I tried to force it to fight the scorpion. It didn't work out. An hour into the challenge and still no progress. I decided to take a change into my gameplay. I went to go tame Mimosa Chows while heading towards and back from a groom job. I got fucking water pipes. I got the Moza chops and went straight into the artifact cave, getting myself cloth boots and hell yeah, a crossbow BP. Then it hit me, how will I get trank arrows? I chose not to think about it until I really needed them. Now I started my way to the highlands area near Red Ob. It was a long trip by foot. I ran into a lot of trouble on my journey. A white drop gave me a bed and standing torches. Soon after, my Moza chops died to microraptors. Damn those dirty, small creatures. I managed to gather all my stuff back, but sadly I lost it all to an alpha raptor. Yet again, I'm at ground zero. Going for jobs is all I can do now. White drop gave me a sleeping bag and water skin. Green drop gave me hide armor. White drop gave me tools like earlier in the challenge. Another white drop gave me structures, more hide armor from a green drop, and more structures from a white drop. 2 hours and 50 minutes in, and I found myself a sexy unicorn. Yeah, you already know. A fucking microraptor fucks this one up. Like bro, how is that even possible? How is that even a thing? Funny thing that happened was the fact that a green drop gave me a Mastercraft Kangaroo saddle. Got a medium crop plot BP as well. Moving on, I really don't want to sound repetitive. 3 hours in, I started taming a Sugamagog. Yes, I put that into the script. After I tamed it, I continued grabbing drops while heading to Red Ob. The only important thing I got was a wooden billboard. While waiting for a green purple drop, I figured something out and it solved all of my issues. I'm able to craft in the inventory of all tamed dinos. This changes everything. The only thing holding me back was the blueprints I need to craft said items and tools. I got an Ascendant Guadon saddle out of the drop, by the way. Nothing major. I made my way to the Redwood Swamp, and it gave me Apprentice Chitin boots. More armor, I guess. I ended up doing something extremely stupid. I went into the center of the swamp to get a yellow drop. I died and lost my cinema. I made my way to the highlands, but I found the biggest thing. A smithy BP out of a blue drop. I was so hyped because that was a milestone. I got more structures from green drops and ghillie leggings from a blue drop. I tried taming a horse, but I failed again because I only had 1 carrot. Out of the purple drop, I got a apprentice ghillie chest piece pre-made. Out of the green drop, I got trank arrows, parachute, and a bow, and spyglass. After seeing that, I planned on grinding green drops for trank arrows in the future. I managed to trank and tame a level 40 Maywing to be able to craft in its inventory. I found a good place to build with the structures I got out of the drops, a beautiful thatch/wood base. I felt like I was a god. Until now, I didn't know where I got the large storage box and campfire from, but my drop hunting has proven successful. 5 hours into the challenge, I wonder how I will be able to smelt metal without a refining forge. I looked in all the drops that I could. I remember that the map that I was using has a walk-in magmasaur cave, which is Lost Island, so I quickly traveled over there. Running in on foot like an idiot, I managed to snag me a 290 egg. This was amazing. Traveling back home, running happily with my metal shield and my 290 magma egg, I got jumped by a Polovia. That shit had my heart racing. After respawning, I found a green drop with the ring, and found hide armor and a parachute with it. Not only that, I got more trank arrows. I made it back home, but I wanted to incubate the egg ASAP. Killed a dung beetle for chitin, and taming up that cinema crop. After that, I was 5 hours 35 minutes in to the challenge. Look back into the footage, and I don't know where I got my shotgun, but I did do a lot of drop hunting off camera. After a good night's rest, I hopped back on and went straight to grinding on drops. Shiny. What's wrong with me? Green drop gives me hide armor and a journeyman hide BP. Blue drop gives me 2 BPs of wood dinosaur gateway and gate frame, which will be a great use in the future. Yellow drop gives me my first flak piece, a princess flak helmet BP, more large storage boxes from a green drop, compost bin out of a green drop, a tasty metal pipe out of a purple drop, more hide out of green. Honestly, you get my point. As I traveled back to where I died by the Alpha Raptor, I grabbed many drops. Sadly, that's the only part of the map that spawns white drops, which that's where I get standing torches for the Magmasaur. My first white drop gives me cloth armor. I decided to run into the artifact of the pack cave to grab some drops. The first one gave me crap, and the second one gave me a metal hatchet. I nearly died, but I made it out successfully. The second white drop I found gave me 3 standing torches. The third one gave me a standing torch BP, which I never knew existed. Honestly, that really helps out. I head straight back home while grabbing more drops on the way. Only thing I got that was important was a Morton pedestal BP and more wood structures to build with. Oh, and I found my first red drop that gives me a pre-made crossbow. An hour into the second day, and I made it back home. I quickly started crafting up the standing torches inside of my cinema. I started placing them and lighting them up. I threw down my egg. Before that, I tossed out something else before I threw out my egg to make sure I don't eat it on accident. I had to place more, but now I'm finally incubating the egg. I began to wonder, where do I want to live that will benefit me the most, and with little to no hostile creatures. I then thought about the island around 1260. I'll move there after I get a flyer. The Magmasaur finally hatched, and it was a beautiful red color. After that, I headed straight to the Ice Wyvern spot. Sadly, I only found a level 30 egg, but it will have to do. 5 seconds later, I died. Got my loot, died. Got my loot, died. To be honest, I think I died around 13 times, but my cinema died as well. After I managed to get all my stuff, I ran straight home to raise the wyvern. I got some oil from a tech parasaur. Now that my magma was fully grown, I quickly went to harvest metal. I didn't plan on crafting the smithy until I made it to my new base location. Soon after my wyvern was fully grown, it was time to set out. Drop hunting. Journeyman Gilly chest piece and a blue drop. I then flew into the wyvern cave, again finding myself 2 more level 30 ice wyvern eggs. Afterwards, I headed to the desert for better drops. Green drop with a ring gave me more trank arrows and desert cloth armor set. Flame and trank arrows with a pre-made pedestal with a whip out of another green drop. A journeyman AK out of a purple drop. I found a shotgun bullet BP and a water jar out of a purple drop. I found another cinema, so I tamed that up quickly. I headed back to base to raise up my 2 extra eggs to haul my loot. A Senegili chest piece BP out of another purple drop. I found a 110 ice wyvern egg soon after. Purple drop with a ring around it gave me a Apache rhino saddle BP, but that whole entire time I thought it was a rhino saddle. I killed penguins at the ice lake for organic polymer for cryopods, and another purple drop with a ring around it, it gave me a Mastercraft Ghillie Pants BP. I made it back home and got the items to make my cryopods. I only made 5. I then finished raising my 2 wyverns and began to hatch and raise my level 110 wyvern egg. I started crafting my ghillie armor to at least have something better. I crowded everything and got ready to move to my new location. I found a level 290 basilisk, and honestly I thought might as well tame it. I had no use for it either. I went back into the magma cave and also went to another one to get 4 eggs. Out of a yellow drop I found an ascendant patchy rhino saddle, and yet again I still thought it was a rhino saddle. I was so fucking hyped. Grabbing the last 2 eggs, I then headed back. Red drop gave me a Mastercraft pterodon saddle. The basilisk was then tamed. I then made it to the island and started setting up everything, organized, placing everything nice. Started crops for taming a horse. I started to craft up shotgun bullets, get ready to run all of the artifact caves. As everything was being crafted up, I went around the Lost Island to gather all of the tributes for the boss fight, killing 3 aloes for the aloe brains, traveling to the swamp for 5 titanoboa venom and 5 sarco skins, killing Therazinos for 3 claws, killed Argentavises for the Argy talons. While being on the side of the map, I found a 350 ice wyvern egg, found a rain purple drop, and it gave me an ascendant shield BP. Killed a few more Therazinos for the rest of the claws. I made it back home after making my roundabout, crafted up more gunpowder and spark powder, and crafted up more standing torches to raise my wyvern egg. Found a refining forge BP. I would be hyped. I got more metal and grabbed more charcoal from the cooking pots to make more bullets. I'm over here harvesting the ascendant patchy rhino BPs, and look at me go, setting myself up for disappointment. I tamed a horse for a narcotic for future use, crafting shotgun bullets. Finally, I'm so hyped and ready to run the caves. After they were done crafting, I headed straight for the first cave. Went in, almost got wrecked. Attempt number 2, I ran straight through it. Artifact of the cunning, grabbed. Next cave was a little more difficult, so many damn bugs. After I cleared the cave, I grabbed the artifact of the Skylord. The artifact of the Pact cave was really easy. If I didn't find the shotgun, this run would have been hard. Last cave was a hunter, which I say it's the easiest cave on the map. Now all I have to do is tame and breed all the rhinos for the boss fight. First rhino I found was a 290. It broke all my structures, but it wasn't hard to tame. Found a few flak pieces out of a red drop for the boss fight. First rhino was tamed, then not too soon, I tamed my second rhino. After breeding up and imprinting all of my rhinos, I was finally able to take part in the boss fight.
We did it! We did it! We did it! Oh my.
Honestly, after that, I've never felt so happy to complete my first Ark Survival Evolved challenge. 24 hours worth of footage into a beautiful narrative video. If you guys enjoyed, hit that like button down below and subscribe if you want more content like this one. If you have any more challenge ideas, comment down below your ideas and I'll attempt them. Like always, don't play Meekly.